Greenhouse Cottages of Southern Hills in Rising, Arkansas has opened a new cottage. Yes, the Hartley Cottage. The Hartley Cottage will provide both inpatient and outpatient services to those who need physical, occupational, or speech therapy. The Greenhouse Cottages of Southern Hills has offered inpatient rehab to home services since opening in 2010. But the number of inpatient therapy clients they could accept was dependent on the bed space was available among the facility's 6 long-term care cottages. This newest cottage is being set aside for inpatient therapy patients and has a therapy gym attached to it. This therapy gym will also be available for outpatient therapy as well. The residential side of this new facility basically matches the same layout as the other 6 long-term care cottages. It includes a common area, a community kitchen, and a dining table large enough to seat all those who are staying in the cottage. There are 12 bedrooms in the new cottage, with 4 of those rooms being large enough for a second bed that would increase the capacity to 16. The large bedrooms could also be used to house a husband and a wife needing therapy at the same time. The adjoining therapy gym has the equipment used for therapy, as well as a nurse area and a private consultation room. There is also a household kitchen set up inside the gym with a bathroom that is set up like what would typically be found in a home. Their goal of the therapy sessions is to get patients back to the point they will be able to carry out their day-to-day activities to live at home. Therapy patients could require inpatient services for up to 90 days. For more information, call the Greenhouse Cottages of Southern Hills in Rising, Arkansas at 870-325-6202. That's 870-325-6202. The Greenhouse Cottages of Southern Hills in Rising, Arkansas, where they care about their elders. Are you ready to get started in the healthcare field and you would like to take the Certified Nursing Assistant class to get certification? If so, contact the Greenhouse Cottages of Southern Hills in Rising, Arkansas. They are now accepting applications for a free CNA class, yes, free, with a guaranteed job. If you would like more information, contact Marlena Garrett at 870-325-6202. Come and be a part of a team that cares about their elders. Are you looking for some great insurance coverage and you live in the Fordyce, Arkansas or surrounding areas? Well, search no more. Contact Milton Insurance Agency. Milton Insurance Agency is committed to providing you with the highest quality insurance plans available, combined with some of the lowest possible rates. Whether you're shopping for auto insurance, home insurance, health or life insurance, or business insurance, they can help you obtain the best coverage available with the lowest rate possible. Located at 314 North Spring Street here in Fordyce, Arkansas, Milton Insurance Agency truly value the long-term relationship with their clients and are proud to give families, individuals, and businesses the personal attention required when it matters most. When claims arise, they realize that it can be very stressful and will do everything possible to assure timely and complete recovery. Here are a few more coverages they provide: business auto insurance, builder's risk insurance, commercial property insurance, ATV insurance, classic car insurance, motorcycle insurance, and the list goes on and on. So stop what you're doing and get your free quote today. Give Milton Insurance a call at 870-352-2155. That's 870-352-2155. You can also find them on Facebook or check out their website. That's www.miltonins.com. If you're looking for a home in the Houston, Texas or Dallas, Texas area, contact Michelle Goodman Lambert and her Lambert team. They are ready to work for you. If you're looking for a beautiful home, then guess what? You need the best realtor out there. Look no further than Michelle and her Lambert team. A team of professionals that knows the ins and outs when it comes to buying you and your family the home of your dreams. They will be honored to assist you. And don't forget, Michelle also holds the designation of MRP, that's Military Relocation Professional. She has the ability to explain to you VA financing and can direct you to the best lender. She can also identify and provide services that help service members to relocate, sell, and purchase suitable homes for their families. She's also a mobile public notary. So, for your free consultation, contact Michelle and the Lambert team today at 832-651-7648. Remember, she changed lives, one family at a time. It's summertime, and what do we like to do when it's summertime? We like to ride around in a clean ride. So, hey, reach out to the King. That's right, King Detail here in Fordyce, Arkansas. He's located at 807 West 4th Street across from Mad Butcher's. Guys, reach out to King Detail to get your car washed, waxed, buffed, shampooed, or heat tint windows. That's right, guys. To protect your interior, guys, get your car windows tinted. And guys, he also does steam washings. So, if you want your car clean, please take it to the King at King Detail, located at 807 West 4th Street here in Fordyce, Arkansas. That number again is 870-885-0452. Oh no, not another dent. Are you tired of those pesky dents? If so, call Marty's Body and Glass Shop here in Fordyce, Arkansas. That's right, Marty's offers PDR, paintless dent repair, at Marty's Body and Glass. Located at 1017 Morrill Street here in Fordyce, Arkansas, let Marty's certified PDR professionals get rid of those dents and dings for you. To make an appointment for an estimate, call Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call the number 870-352-2443. That's 870-352-2443. So if you're tired of those dents and dings, give Marty a call today. They can help. Looking for a great fish, produce, and bait shop? Tired of running all over town trying to find what you need? Wish you can get it all in one place? Well, search no more. Stanfield's Fish Market can help. At Stanfield Fish Market, they are dedicated to supplying clients throughout central and southern Arkansas with the goods and items you need for your family and pets. From garden supplies to feed, they are proud to have what you need in one place. Remember, they're not just a fish market. They have feed, plants, produce, bait, tackle, and much, much more. They have a variety of items in their market, including deer corn, live crawfish, bedding plants, dog food, and much, much more. Their staff will be happy to assist you with finding exactly what you're looking for. So, that's Stanfield Fish Market, located at 710 Morton Street here in Fordyce, Arkansas. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 o'clock a.m. until 5:30 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. So stop by Stanfield Fish Market here in Fordyce, and remember, if Stanfield don't have it, he'll find a way to get it. Need brakes fixed, alternator replaced, oil change, tie rods, ball joints, or much, much more? Call Stuckey's Automotive here in Fordyce, Arkansas. With more than 30 years of experience, Stuckey's and his certified licensed mechanics knows exactly what it takes to get your vehicle back running. He's located at 409 Overpass here in Fordyce, Arkansas. Hours of operations are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until, and by appointments on Saturdays. And don't forget, Stuckey's also offers towing services. So give Stuckey's a call today at 870-250-1870. That's 870-250-1870. And remember, Stuckey's motto is, get them in and get them out. Are you looking for some great insurance coverage and you live in the Fordyce, Arkansas or surrounding areas? Well, search no more. Contact Milton Insurance Agency. Milton Insurance Agency is committed to providing you with the highest quality insurance plans available, combined with some of the lowest possible rates. Whether you're shopping for auto insurance, home insurance, health or life insurance, or business insurance, they can help you obtain the best coverage available with the lowest rate possible. Located at 314 North Spring Street here in Fordyce, Arkansas, Milton Insurance Agency truly value the long-term relationship with their clients and are proud to give families, individuals, and businesses the personal attention required when it matters most. When claims arise, they realize that it can be very stressful and will do everything possible to assure timely and complete recovery. Here are a few more coverages they provide: business auto insurance, builder's risk insurance, commercial property insurance, ATV insurance, classic car insurance, motorcycle insurance, and the list goes on and on. So stop what you're doing and get your free quote today. Give Milton Insurance a call at 870-352-2155. That's 870-352-2155. You can also find them on Facebook or check out their website. That's www.miltonins.com. Getting ready for that special night out on the town, but you can't seem to find the jewelry you need to match your beautiful attire? Well, stress no more. Contact independent paparazzi consultant Tanika Parham at T's Glam Boutique, LLC. She is ready to dazzle you with some of her beautiful paparazzi items. With more than 2 years of experience, Tanika knows what items that you love. All her items are 100% nickel and lead free. She also have a $5 line and a Z Collection line, which is $25, taxes not included. To contact her today, call 870-250-0979 or go to her website. That's www.tsglamboutique.com. You can also find her on Facebook. So remember, if you're looking for that special item that's beautiful and unique, contact Tanika at T's Glam Boutique. Guess what? It's almost deer season again. And if you want the right stand to get that big buck, call Jay and his crew at Fordyce Muffler Shop. Having the right deer stand when it comes to hunting is very important. Safety, quality, durability says it all. So call Fordyce Muffler Shop today and get your custom built deer stand ready for those big bucks. Call 870-352-5733 or stop by 1414 Highway 79 here in Fordyce, Arkansas at Fordyce Muffler Shop, where they don't do just mufflers. Also home of Lego Creek Blinds. Joe Show. We up in this thing here in Fordyce, Arkansas. Y'all know how we do it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At what time? At 7 o'clock a.m. Hey, we here doing what we do. Y'all know what we do. It's Monday morning. Look at y'all. Just look at y'all. Y'all looking so beautiful this morning. Look at y'all. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning. Share the show. Click like. Don't let a brother down. So what's up, Doug? What's up, Margie? What's going on, Marcella? What's up, Angela? Walker, Ferguson. Good morning, Joe. Enjoyed you guys yesterday. Hey, it was good to see you too, Angie. So good to see you, Angel. I mean, Hey, so good to see you yesterday. What's up, Aaron Reinhardt, Tanisha Thomas? What's going on with you, Lysandra Broughton? What's up, Betty Warner? Good morning to you, Tunja. Good morning, Joe Show. How about them Cowboys? The Cowboys did good. Hey, they did. Hey, well, we gonna talk about that, Tunja. I don't even want to talk about the Razorback game. Ooh-wee. Did they even show up? I'm like, wait a minute. What are Razorbacks at? We gonna talk about that. We still love our Hogs, but come on now, y'all. Boy, man, I'm surprised. Man, that game right there, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say about that game. That game right there. Well, hey, let's jump into these birthdays, guys. If we got somebody got some birthdays, let's shoot out birthdays out there, guys. Happy birthday to you guys. If anybody out there got a birthday, let's shout them out right now. So good morning to you guys. It's early in the morning, guys. That's right, early Monday morning. Y'all, it's been a great weekend. I have no complaints. I have no complaints about my weekend. What's going on there, paparazzi queen? Miss Tanika Tyrunda is in the building. What's going on with you, girl? So good to see you holding things down in the Little Rock. I ain't gonna say Little Rock. I'm gonna say Lit Rock. You know, that's how a lot of the older people say it. Boy, I ran the Lit Rock. What? Hey, how they pronounce some towns? Okay, we got Lit Rock. We got. They don't say Bearden, they say Bearden. I don't know why my daddy used to say Bearden. My daddy used to say, boy, I'm going down to Bearden. They call Pine Bluff. Put an L in the P. Pine. Then hey, you'll have it right there. Pine Bluff. That's right. You know, what I say El Dorado. A lot of people say El Dorado. I say El Dorado. They say you can actually say it either way. You know, so, hey, that's the way I see it. But let's ride on out, guys. We got birthdays right now. If anybody got a birthday, make sure we tell them happy birthday this morning and tell your good people happy anniversary. If you know somebody that's been together for a long time, let's do this. All right, guys, we're pushing on. And we're going to jump into this. Hey, we're definitely going to jump into the football because I want to definitely talk about what happened this weekend. And actually Friday night with our Redbugs, how they doing, how they fared up against Carlisle. And also, guys, what's up with those Cowboys? And what's up with those Razorbacks? Yeah, that was a pretty tough game right there. That was a definitely pretty tough game right there. But nevertheless, you know, hey, we still the Razorbacks. You ain't going to change that because we are in Arkansas. So you can't deny the Razorbacks. You're gonna always be there. We're gonna be there. Yeah, everybody been up on the R. Kelly news. And let me see. We got people on here, you know. Let me ask this question to you guys, you know, before the show go on. What you guys think about the R. Kelly thing? You got different opinions from different people. Do you guys feel like they, you know, he probably gonna never, ever see daylight again. So what do you guys think about that? People are comparing him to Hugh Hefner, which is the Playboy Mansion guy, you know, and they saying, well, what's the difference between him and R. Kelly? They're saying that, you know, they're really, you know, the women, they need to be punished. What do you guys think? What's up, Sandra? What do you guys think about the R. Kelly incident? We just put a little bit in there. Put the parents in jail too, says Tanika. You know, a lot of people are saying that because they're saying that, you know, the parents who basically sold their kids. They're saying those parents sold their kids. What's up, Tasha Mack? We're talking about R. Kelly, Tasha. What do you think? Do you think they doing the right thing? A lot of people are afraid to say. Do you think, you know, this is what I heard went down. They said in a private session, they said that the judge was like, you know, they wanted to hear well, it was in a private session. And so the judge just could not believe a lot of the stuff he was hearing about R. Kelly. He was like, he even liked R. Kelly music. And so what's up, Leslie? And said the judge was like, let me hear some of this music.
And so they brought some R. Kelly music in, and they brought in some music. He saved me when I was in a drugstore store. He was hearing all this stuff about God, and he saved me. He was hearing all that. He was, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I dream about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. Boy, they was singing. Say, judge was like, ain't no way in the world this man could do something like this, what they say. Said, then all of a sudden, he's let me hear some more. Then all of a sudden they heard some 12 play. The judge said, lock him up. The judge heard some 12 players and lock him up. Like I think I do here and they hear something. Hey, I'm just kidding. I just made that up. That booty. You know how R. Kelly used to say it. So, hey, it is what it is, All right, we got Margie Stringer Sanders says, happy birthday to Chris Sanders today. Happy birthday, Chris, from the Joe Show. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. But it's something that I noticed that we do, whether it's Bill Cosby, whether it's R. Kelly, we seem to find a not guilty verdict in our own kind, when it come down to things like this. R. Kelly, we got people say, well, them girls, they knew what they was doing, or, the family knew what they were doing in the family. But, we say all them women, they just went out to Bill Cosby because, they got, he got money and he was trying to buy NBC or ABC, whatever network he was trying to buy, and they set him up, whatever. We seem to find, ways to say they're wrong for being convicted. Even with O.J. Simpson, we knew O.J. Simpson killed that woman. We knew it, but we still wanted O.J. to get out free. And the reason for that, I think, is because so many years the justice system has been unjust to African Americans for so many decades that whenever, even if we feel like that person is guilty, we kind of want them to get off. And that's just the way that's the way it's been for generations and generations. I mean, even when, let me ask you guys this question. By show of hands, who believe O.J. Simpson killed Nicole Simpson? By show of hands, who believe he did it? I mean, seriously, really deep inside your heart, do you think O.J. Simpson killed Nicole? I mean, what do you think? What do you guys think? What do you think? I say yes. I think he did it. I think O.J. killed her. I think he went into a jealous rage when he got there and found Kato there, and I think it went down, and I think O.J. did what he had to do. Did what he felt he had to do. I think he did it. That's just my opinion. Did he get away with it? Of course. He had the best lawyer in the land. The police was messing with his evidence, trying to make sure he was truly guilty, and they messed up. So, do I think Bill Cosby did some of the stuff? Do I think Bill Cosby was putting drinks in, putting pills in women's drinks and having sex with them? Yes, I think that went down. But guess what? It was on a whole nother level back then. On a whole nother level. Everybody probably was doing. Remember what I said a long time ago? Sometimes we are where we are because we didn't get caught. Sometimes we are where we are because we didn't get caught. I believe R. Kelly did some of the stuff they say he did. Do I believe everything that they say? Once you get in court, everything gonna come out. I don't believe all of the stuff, but do I believe Bill Cosby done some of the stuff? Yeah, I believe Bill Cosby did some of the stuff. Do I believe R. Kelly did? Yeah, I believe R. Kelly done stuff. I seen videos with R. Kelly peeing on girls, little bitty girl. I mean, it's stuff out there that. So I believe a lot of that stuff. But at the same time, are there people who getting away with it because they're rich? Of course they are. Do I believe if R. Kelly would have had $1 billion, do I think that he still would have got? Nope. I think it didn't matter what kind of money he got. I think the older you get, and remember this, I want people to remember this. The older you get, people pay more attention to you. When R. Kelly was really young, when he was in his 20s and 30s, and Aaliyah was in her 16, and he was full. Didn't nobody really pay that no attention. R. Kelly was young. He was coming up. When you get older, people pay attention to what you do more. When you're a young man and you out there courting all these different girls, people be like, that little boy need to set his butt down. He think he a player. They go on. Try to do that when you get over the age of 35 or 40 or 50 and see, well, they're going to say you need to sit your old gray tail down somewhere, and they're going to go tell your wife on you. They're going to go tell, that's what people do. When you get older, people, and the reason for that is because people expect better out of you when you get older. They expect better out of you when you get older. So that's why we're like, man, they're going to wait till this man get 80-something. I'm going to tell you right now, they don't care how old you are right now. They're coming after you. A woman, one thing about it, I think it's wrong when they wait 50, 60 years to try to come after people. That's crazy. That's when it's about money, So that's just my opinion about that. We'll have to talk about that one day. But right now, guys, we're going to move on, guys. Let's talk about our Fordyce Redbugs, guys. That's right, guys. The Fordyce Redbugs. Oh, man. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, I was finna say. There we go. All right, guys. Here we go. All right. We got Tanika says. Let's see what Tanika says. Tanika said he ain't R. Kelly anymore. His image is ruined. We can call him Robert now. We call him Robert now. But you know what, though? I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to move on. I'm gonna jump into this 1 second about the parents of the young ladies. I truly in my heart feel like if it can be proven that those parents allowed their 13, 14-year-old daughters to go any place with R. Kelly, they should be punished as well. If R. Kelly starts singing and start telling everything, there's no telling who he's going to expose. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a news story saying something about something done happened to him. I'm telling you, you're going to be shocked and you will be amazed when he starts singing, because I'm going to tell you this, those parents enjoyed that money that he was giving them. A lot of those parents enjoyed that money, and shame on y'all, because you should have been doing, because I got a daughter who's 13, 14 years old. She love a rapper, and this rapper come up and offer me 70 grand or something like that for my baby. You know, and then later on I say he raped my baby. That's horrible. I should go to jail. And I'm not excuse. There's no excuse if R. Kelly did the stuff that he did. There's no excuse for that. I'm just saying the parents, if he's going to prison, then they should go to prison too. If they can prove it, that those parents allowed him to be with that, and they got transactions or if they got money to prove it, which I know is probably going to be hard to do because I'm sure there wasn't no checks written. There probably was cash or whatever, but it should be done that way. What's going on, Charles Beckham? Good to see you, my brother. It should be done that way, because if there is proof that he done this, and if there's proof that it can be proven that a parent allowed their 13, 14-year-old daughter to go with R. Kelly, those parents should be punished as well. And like I said, this doesn't include this. I'm not talking about, the parents are wrong and R. Kelly. No, R. Kelly wrong if he done it, and the parents are wrong for allowing that to go on. So ain't that right?
That's right.
Come say hi. Get on over here. Say hi.
Everybody. Okay, I gotta go to work. How everybody doing?
How you doing this morning, KB?
I'm good. I'm sleeping.
You sleeping?
Yeah.
It's so good to see you this morning. I hadn't saw my wife this morning, y'all. She been in the room sleep. I let her walk. And what I do for you yesterday morning?
He cooked me breakfast.
Say that loud. Hold on. Say that loud.
He cooked breakfast for me and brought it to me while I was in bed.
I cooked her breakfast in bed yesterday morning. Yeah, that's right. I done that. I do that sometime for you, don't I? I do. I used to take it a long time.
Every now and
then. Man, don't cook breakfast for your woman in bed all the time. You do it every now and then. Don't do that crap all the time, man. Don't be taking no breakfast to your woman every morning. Every morning. You make sure she.
Hey, everybody. I got to go to work.
Make sure she barefoot
now
and pregnant.
patting himself on the neck.
That's right. Bye, girl.
Bye. Love you.
Be careful.
Y'all be blessed.
But yeah, I cooked breakfast in bed yesterday morning, y'all. I done that. Yeah, I done that. All right, guys, let's move on. We're moving on. All right, guys, let's get into this thing, guys. We're getting ready to jump into these football scores. Hey, the third of the 3-2 Fordyce Redbugs defeated the 0-5 Carlisle Bisons on Friday night. Score up 28-12. Also, guys, we got the now 13th ranked Arkansas Razorbacks were defeated by the second ranked Georgia Bulldogs on Saturday 37-0. Where were our Razorbacks? The Razorbacks didn't show up to that game. They said it was the noise. They said they was nervous. They said they were scared. I say they just got their butt whooped. And come on with it, Razorbacks. We got to understand the higher in rank we go, the bigger the crowds get, the louder the crowds get. We got to be prepared for that. It was an embarrassment on the field. I could not believe my eyes. I was like, I mean, the way the Razorbacks been playing and to get there and they choked up, I'm talking about like, I was like, they couldn't move the ball. I mean, Georgia good. And I'm not taking nothing away from the Bulldogs. You know, they just go to show you the level of athleticism that you got to be dealing with when it comes down to that. I mean, it's hard to beat that because you couldn't even move the ball. When you can't move the ball, that's hard on you right there. You couldn't move the ball. I'm proud of our Razorbacks where they are right now. You know, they're 4-1. They're 4-1 right now. Hey, I just knew the way they played Texas A&M. They was gonna get in there and give them a something, man. But maybe if it would have been a different story, if it would have been in Fayetteville. You know, it's hard to beat Georgia at home. As simple as that, guys. It was pretty tough game, you know. So let's hope and pray our Razorbacks can bounce back, guys. All right, guys, we got those Dallas Cowboys defeated the Carolina Panthers 36-28 on September the 27th, guys. That's right. And guess what, guys? They will be playing that was an old game. I don't know why I changed that. On last night, they defeated the Carolina Panthers. On October the 10th, guys, they will be taking on the New York Giants. All right, we got Tanja says, nah, can't blame the noise. Always got to be ready for that. It's like they never played before. Still for them hard. Hey, you right about it, Tanja. It was like I was like shocked. I was like, I mean, I couldn't believe it. They tossed them around the field like nothing. Tanya said, Cowboys on point. Yeah, they doing good. Cowboys are doing good. I'm still keeping my Cowboy jersey in my hat. Remember I said they first lock. When they lose, I ain't wearing it no more. You know, so I'm a Cowboy winner fan. That's right. All right, guys, let's go on. Let's get on, guys. Also, guys, they will be laying my cousin Leslie Jackson to rest today. We've been praying for the family, praying for strength, God, you know, because they will be laying her to rest today at 11 a.m. at the Enid Missionary Baptist Church. Guys, I will be in attendance there. I'm a pallbearer there, so I will be there. Got to be there early, so I will see the family today. God bless you guys. I am praying for the family. This is a tough one. So God, pray for the Brazil Jackson family. All right, guys. All right, we got Doug said the Bulldogs have at least 5 players. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Doug. You're right. Them boys is, oh my God. Don't get me wrong. The way Arkansas played, they should have beat them worse than that. So I got to give some credit to the Razorbacks for holding them at 37 because they could have beat them worse than that, guys. They could have beat them. I mean, but the Razorbacks defense tried to step up and do something. Our offense couldn't get nothing going. I mean, they couldn't even get out the end zone. Got a kick blocked in the end zone. So let's go back. Let's go Razorbacks. What's up, Willie and Alicia Avery? What's happening with you? Guys, click the like button. Click the like button. Watching the show, click the like button for me. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go, guys. We are moving on. Let's get into this thing, guys. Let's get into, y'all know the COVID information we got. Just read it. We're moving on to our first topic of the day, guys. Can we get ready for the topic? Guys? We're going to do this. Hey, I want to say this right here. I was talking about this one topic. I got a few minutes before we hit bottom of the hour. I want to ask you guys this question because I was talking about this with somebody on the other day. So this is just a question I want to ask you guys, and I want you guys to be honest with me on this. It's 2021. Do you guys think there's still discrimination on jobs or workplaces throughout our country? Or do you think it's more of an equal playing field now today when it comes to race and that's supposed to be males versus females? So when it comes down to race, males versus females, do you think the workforce is an equal playing field today? Do you think there's still job discrimination on jobs? Do you think there's discrimination on jobs? What do you guys think today, 2021, do you still think this goes on? Do you think that every opportunity is there for whether it's African Americans or people of color or women? Do you think that the playing field is equal today? What do you guys think about that? I'm gonna give you my opinion about it, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about that when it comes down to being discriminative on jobs. Tylisha says yes, she still feels there is discrimination on jobs. And guys, that's it's 2021. And I was talking about this with someone, and I told them I would bring this up on the show just to see what people's opinion, is. Yes or no? Do you think that the playing field is equal? We got Tanika says most definitely. I'm going to give you my opinion right quick about it, and I'll read as you guys go on if anybody else come in on it, because sometimes it's a sticky subject. Cassandra says yes. Cassandra feels good morning to you. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but I'm going to give you my opinion about it. Sandra Luckett says yes, it is. It definitely depends on what part of the United States you're in. It definitely feels whether you're in the South or North. It definitely depends on where you're working at. Because what tends to be the problem is sometimes you have small towns and small cities who have workforces that they pass jobs on to family members and friends and things like that. And they never give other people the opportunity to work in these departments. And you go to somewhere and you be like, man, it's never been a person of color in this person's department. It's never been. And I think that on jobs, as administrators, as bosses, they should take a look at people's departments. And they should look, if you're an administrator over a facility, you should look at people's departments and you should say, have this department ever hired a person of color in their department? And when that becomes a factor, when you go back and you say, this person has never hired a person of color in their department, that's a problem. It's 2021. There shouldn't be not one department in your facility where you can say, have this person ever gave a person of color an opportunity to work in their department? Because what happens is you may have a boss, an administrator who's not racist. He may not have a racist bone in his body, but he may have a department head under him who's never given a person of color an opportunity to work. Every time they interview a person of color, they never hire them. So the administrator may look around and see black people in that area, a person of color, whether it be African American, Latino, whatever it be, and they may feel like, hey, we got blacks working here. But then you look at it departmentalized. You look at departments and you say, hey, oh my God, that supervisor I got there, he's never hired. If it's a black person, he's never hired a white person. If it's a white person, he's never hired a black. You have to take a look at things like that sometime and have to figure out, a lot of people say, well, I hire people because of, their skill set, if they're able to do the job, but of course, that's where they came up with the affirmative action. They had to do something to make sure people of color got jobs, because they was like, they're not getting these jobs. They're not getting jobs. And a lot of people hate affirmative action because they say, especially a lot of Caucasian people or white people hate affirmative action because they feel like, well, my buddy He got more experience, but I got to hire this black guy because I don't have anybody black. Let me tell you how to solve that. Hire more blacks. Because if you hire more blacks, you won't have to worry about, affirmative action, because that's what happens when you got all white on the job, and then you have a black man come up looking for a job, and the black man and versus a white man, then your white buddy got 20 years of experience, but you ain't got not one black working. So you got to give a job to the black man. That's your fault because you don't have more working. That's the way I look at that. So these are touchy subjects, and a lot of people don't like to talk about issues like this and topics like this, because anything that someone feel like you need to get over, they don't like to talk about it. They don't like to talk about it. Y'all need to let that go. You need to but sometimes that's what make things live on. That's what I can't stand racism. I can't stand racism, whether it's black people who don't like whites, whether it's whites don't like blacks. I can't stand that kind of stuff. I hate it. I hate to see unfairness. I hate to see a boss allow a person to do something, but then see another person of color do it and they want to address it. I've seen that happen so many times where a boss will let a person, if a boss is a white person, they'll allow a white counterpart get away with whatever. But then when a person of color do it, they ready to address it. And that's wrong. You cannot do that on jobs. That happens all the time. Those are some of the issues that look when you working in small town America, small town places, and they got you scratch my back, I scratch your back. You got when the grandma get through working the job, she'll give the job to the granddaughter. Granddaughter get through, she'll give the job to and those jobs just goes on and on and on. They stay in the family, they stay with friends. That stuff goes on in small towns, small cities. Those are the things that goes on. And so you go in the courthouse or you go in a courthouse, or you go into a city hall, you go into someone you like, man, that person been, when did that job? You don't even know when the jobs come available. You don't know when they've been open. All you know is just another person sitting up in there. And you like, when did that job come? That's the kind of stuff goes on in a lot of small towns. So those are the things that you got to watch for. And I see that all the time. Okay, you got Doug says, let's see what Doug said. Doug says, yes, but you get paid for what you know. Don't send a plumber when you need an electrician. Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. And so when it comes down to understanding the job, understanding, what, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to go on. Word of mouth can destroy people. Destroy people. And what I mean by that is, if you are an African-American woman or man, and if you pull the race card, you got to understand this. If you pull the race card on a job, if you working at this job over here, and if you file a discrimination case against this certain job and say that they did something to you because you were black, and you go and apply at another town, I guarantee you money, if somebody in that town know that you filed that discrimination suit against that, they're going to call. Don't hire her. She played a race card. And whether they was discriminative against you or not, that's the kind of crap they do in small town Arkansas. I've seen it go on. I've seen it happen personally, where people will pick up the phone and they will call a friend at another job. She don't hire her. She said we was racist toward her. And they're not going to hire her either. But they'll never know why. You'll never know why they won't hire you. All they'll do is just say, well, we got somebody else. That's how they destroy you in these small cities and small towns. They pick up the phone and they try to call other places and get them not to hire you. That's why I thank God. I'm telling you, thank God for bosses and administrators who do not listen to other people. They learn people for themselves. Because one thing about me, I give anybody an opportunity. I'm a supervisor at my job. I hire people. I've hired people. People have called me and said, don't you hire them. They're not going to do nothing but be trouble for you. But guess what? Let me find out, because I'm a different type of supervisor. I've hired people that people told me, and did I regret it? Of course I regretted it. Some people I hired, I gave an opportunity to, that I was like, oh my God, they was right. But I found out for myself. I didn't allow somebody to call me and change my opinion about someone. I had to find out for myself. So Remember that. That's some tough stuff people don't like to talk about, but it goes on jobs every single day. That stuff happens on jobs. All right, guys, we're pushing on. This is our first topic right here. So, y'all know I love to talk about that stuff, that deep stuff. That deep stuff. People be afraid to talk about that deep stuff like that. But that is deep stuff, and I'm going to tell you, stop being afraid to talk about stuff like that. So many people are terrified of talking about race-related issues or issues that could cause somebody to look at them different. That's why sometimes things don't get solved, because we don't want to talk about it. We feel like if we don't talk about it, it's just going to go away. Guess what? It ain't going to go away, because whenever someone's in leadership, and whenever the person who's in leadership, if that person brings up hateful issues, hateful people come out. Remember that. Remember that. Whenever a person who's in power will bring up hateful issues, hateful people come out. So when the good people who sit back and say nothing, hateful people take over. Y'all remember that. I'm just keeping it real, because sometimes we don't want to talk about tough topics like that or issues like that because we're afraid we're going to step on somebody's toes. And then we just sit back and get done any kind of way. Because they call Arkansas at will state. You feel like you're just going to get fired at will, but they got the EEOC. Remember that. It's a lot of things that you can do. All right, guys, let's push on. All right, guys, hot topic number one. Hot topic number one. Woman writes, Joe, I raised my 8-year-old daughter to respect people, and if someone messes with her, always let the adult teacher know. Well, on last week, Joe, my daughter got pushed on the ground by a bigger student. My daughter told the teacher, and the teacher talked to the bigger girl, but that was it. Well, Joe, on the next day, that same big girl pushed my daughter again and called her a snitch. I had told my daughter if she pushes her again, just report her again. But if she comes at you after they talk to her again, you defend yourself. Well, Joe, this time the big girl followed her around and told her if she told, she was going to beat my daughter's butt. Well, my daughter told on her again. They did the same thing to her. Just talk to her. Well, when they talked to her this time, she went to my daughter again and punched her, and my daughter picked up a book and slapped her in the face with it, and the fight was over with. Tell me why they suspended both my daughter and the girl, the big girl. What kind of rules is this, Joe? Was I wrong for telling my daughter to defend herself? Were they right to suspend both? What could I have done differently? Wow. Okay, so her daughter gets suspended. And she's asking, was she right for telling her daughter to defend herself? Or was she wrong? What do you guys think? In a situation like her daughter been pushed down twice and been punched. The bigger girl, all she keep getting from the teachers is talking to. They go to her and talk to her and tell her, you shouldn't be doing this. Stop messing with her and whatever. Big girl go back and threaten her, bullying her. Basically, she's being bullied. So the mom told her, next time she do this again, you tell again. But if she come back at you, you defend yourself. And our daughter did. Okay, let's see what KB says. KB says, first of all, she should have went to the school herself. Good answer, KB. You know where I'm going with this. All right, we got Eric said she was right. Eric said, yeah. Okay. So just know, remember, the bigger girl pushed her daughter down. She pushed her down. The second time around, the bigger girl pushed her down again and called her a snitch because she told on her. Because she's doing what her mom told her to do. If you get pushed, go tell a teacher, whatever. Third time around, her mama said, if she come back at you after you tell, you defend yourself. Simple as that. Good morning, Justin Jordan. So she's want to know, what did I go wrong at? What did I do wrong? Why was my daughter and this girl suspended and not just this girl? The mom was right, says Sean Hall. Sean Hall says the mom was right. So by telling her daughter to defend herself. KB said, first off, mama should have went to the school. Mama should have went to the school. You see a lot of this go on right now, guys, and most kids come home, they won't even tell. Sometimes they won't even tell their parents that they're being bullied. They just feel like they can handle it themselves. This goes on all the time. Some of you guys watching the show right now, you probably was bullied as a kid in school. Let me see. Anybody on here was ever bullied at school? I got bullied at school before. I did. I got bullied at school by older. I was like in the 7th grade, and this guy was like a senior because the school we were in, it had all of the we had all of the kids together. It was like grade 7. When you hit 7th grade, when you hit the 7th grade, you went up there. Y'all, the Joe Show phone ringing. I don't know who this is calling, but we're gonna find out. This is Joe. How can I help you?
Hey, Joe. This is Sandra Luckett.
Hey, Sandra. What's going on, girl?
Hey, I'm driving, so I can't type a response, but I was calling in about the topic.
Okay, go ahead on. Tell me what you got, girl.
Okay, I agree with KB when she said that the mother should have went to the school after the first time, but the mom said that told the daughter to tell the teacher.
Yes.
Okay, once the daughter told the teacher and nothing was done, when the daughter came back the second time and told the mom that the girl did hit her, she should have went to the school and let them know, okay, you guys didn't do anything the first time, and now this has happened the second time and you didn't do anything, so now my child is in a position, now she has to defend herself. So if this happens again, she's going to defend herself because she's not doing anything with this kid.
Yes. And also, Sandra, I also believe, too, even without the mother telling her to defend herself, she probably would have anyway. Because after so long, as a kid, like I said, I got bullied growing up. I was small for my age. And it was a guy, he was a senior. We was in the 7th grade, and he would always bully me until my brothers got wind of it and went to school and beat the crap out of it. But
some kids don't. You see it all the time. I work for a school district, and some kids won't defend themselves.
Right.
I have 2 boys, and I tell them, tell the teacher the first time. But if they don't do anything, let me know. And after that, I tell them, hey, my kids are allowed to defend themselves.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And you be careful driving. And tell me right now, what is the hottest Facebook Live show in Arkansas?
You already know it. It's the Joe Show.
The Joe Show. Thank you, Sandra. Talk with you later, girl. Okay. All right. Great comment. Thank you, guys. Thank you for calling in, Sandra. I think she was driving and she's trying to play it safe. I appreciate you so much. And guys, if you want to call in, always 870-352-2629 if you want to call the Joe Show to give a comment. Thank you so much. Sandra said, point blank, Mom, you should have went to the school. And sometimes, we as parents, that's the last thing we want to do is get up and go to that school. But in a situation like this, after that first time it happened, Mama, you should have went to the school and raised some cane. You said, my baby is being bullied. All y'all are doing is just talking to this bigger girl. Listen, it needs to stop, and it needs to stop today. Because you'll be surprised at how, because I'm going to tell you this. Y'all remember this phrase. They used to say it in school all the time. When parent-teacher conference comes, they used to say, if a kid got a parent who never go to school, the teacher going to get to the point they don't care either. Go to school. Go check things out. Walk in there. Our jobs can be so busy, but make an appointment after school. Say, can you stay after school when I get off work? I need to talk to you. My job won't let me go, but I can come after school. Can the principal stay? My daughter is being bullied. Make an appointment. Call the school. Go to the school. Because I promise you, when the teacher see you care and you concerned about it, things will get better. Things will get better. My son, and I wish he was watching this show right now. My son, KB know about this. My son was showing out in school. My son, Trey, my baby boy, he was out there just showing his butt. And I was, at the time, I was paraprofessional. I was going into the schools dealing with kids. And I was going through the schools. I was a case manager. I was looking through windows, checking on my clients. And my son was in that school. So I got wind about my son showing out, Trey. So I go to Trey's classroom. You know, when you're standing outside the door, you got the long gated windows outside the classroom door. So I'm standing there in the class and I'm looking at my son. Every time the teacher turn around and write on the board, my son jump up and he spin around. Hey! He's spinning around in a circle. My son's spinning around in a circle. He doing this little thing. And so I said, whoa, check this out right here. I mean, he would get up and he'll do a little twirl. So I'm looking through the window at him like this. Teacher right on the board, he jump up again. Whoa, baby. All the kids laugh. He'll sit down real quick. Y'all, this time, I walked in the door and stood there. He didn't know I was in the classroom. Boy, the teacher turned around and got ready to write. He went to spin around and he saw me and he passed out. Y'all, that joker saw me. He saw me and he collapsed. He went to spin. Oh. It scared that boy to death. He saw me and I was just standing there. I just looked at him. I said, boy. The teacher them called me. The teacher them called me. They was calling me saying, Miss Brazil, can you please come talk to your son? He won't eat. He just sitting in class. He won't. Will you just come? No, I ain't got nothing to say to him. I talk to him when he get to the house. And that type of talking that I'm going to do with him, it ain't going to be no words used. I never, ever, 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 ever had to deal with that again. But it scared the crap out of him. Because when he spun around and saw me, he just passed out, y'all. He just hit the floor. He was just so never had that problem again. You know, so what you say, acting like his daddy? What you say, Shaniqua Contreras said he showed did. Hey, so my thing about it is sometimes you got to go to the school. Sometimes you got to go find out, show yourself. Show yourself. Simple as that. Sometimes you just got to go find out what's pop-locking at school. So that's going to be our first topic, guys. And our answer to that is your daughter is going to defend herself. If you as a parent, if you see your child is being bullied, if your kid come home and keep telling you something, if you don't go, your child going to take it into their own hands. And they may be doing exactly what you're telling them to do. They may be telling the teacher, what's going on, LaShandra and Marie? What's going on with you? They may be telling the teacher and ain't nothing going on. But if you don't hurry up and do something about it, your son or your daughter is going to take matters into their own hands. And then you may end up in trouble, or they may end up in some bad trouble. So go to the school and encourage your daughters and sons. And I want to tell you guys this, and then I'm going to move on to our second topic. Listen, whenever your kids are telling you something that's going on at school, don't fuss at them. Don't tell them you getting on my doggone nerve. Because what you're going to do is you're going to make them to the point they're not going to tell you nothing. And all you're going to get hit with is a phone call from the school. When your kids or your daughter, your son have the ability or just feel like they trust you enough, well, they can trust you to come home and tell mom, I did this, dad. Because if you just go off and I tell you what, you come to the house again, they not going to tell you nothing. They not going to tell you nothing. All you going to do is find stuff out. They going to find, because I learned, because I was hardcore with my boys. I'm talking about like, and I probably could have set myself up where they won't tell me nothing because I ain't roll like that. They know I took serious. See, because let me tell you, I was old school. I cared about, only separated me and my dad and my mom. And y'all probably remember this. I want to make sure I get to this other topic, and I will. Y'all remember in school growing up, your parents was most concerned about your behavior. My dad, I would come home with a D, and my dad would see that D and be like, oh, you passed. But let me come home with a doggone bad behavior mark. My dad would beat my brains out. You know, your parents tell you they're going to do some stuff to you that you know they can't do, but they say it, boy, I will knock your brains out. You be thinking, boy, he going to knock my brains. You can just see your brains rolling across the floor. I mean, my daddy tell you, boy, I put my foot up your tail. And you sitting there thinking, boy, my daddy put his foot up my tail. I mean, these are things that we actually believed it too. We were like, man, daddy said he going to put his foot up my tail. You better believe he going to try to do it. He going to try to do it. So that's what most parents were concerned about back in those days. They was concerned about your behavior. You could come home with some low grades. They didn't really fuss about the grades, but you come home with a bad behavior score or mark or something like that, then you're going to get your tail toe up. Simple as that. Simple as that. All right, guys, let's jump on this, guys. Let me see. Aaron says deportment get you deported at my mama's house. You're right. Marvin Harrison did not play. Hey. Not the hey, David, man, my dad, boy, y'all gonna make me mess around and have to do this other topic. You know what? I'm gonna say this other topic for Wednesday. I'm not, because I wanna talk about it a little bit. I'm gonna finish talking about it. We're gonna stay on this topic here. Hey, listen. When it come down to parenting and it come down to telling kids what they should do and what they shouldn't do, you know, there's a big difference today than it was back then. You know, my mom and my dad, my mama was either working at a garment factory and my dad was working in the woods. And when your father worked in the woods back then, they didn't have no cell phones, no pay. It wasn't no getting off work, going to the school. When your daddy got home from work out those woods, he was tired, his feet hurt. And when he come home and if he got a report that you done showed your butt at school, you gonna get a whooping. And I was very mischievous, y'all. I was very mischievous. Let me see what Doug said. Doug said, and they wonder why we have school shootings because the teachers don't take care of the problem. So true. So true. So true. And I'm gonna tell you, I was recently asked to go into a school and talk. People know what I used to do. I no stranger. People know I worked at a behavior facility for 16 and a half, almost 17 years. And I was what you call a behavior trainer. I would teach kids how to act. It was pretty exciting. So I was all about that law and order, you know, and so they would call me when things got out of hand and fights would break out. They called me. And I would shut a unit down in a heartbeat. I'd done that type of work. You know, I did it for years. Then I started doing child abuse investigations. Then I was the residential services director. I was over so many employees and supervisors, and I worked with kids for years. So I had a school reach out to me and ask me if I'd come out and talk to the kids. This ain't been long ago. Let me say this. Let me say this to you guys. Whole new world now. Whole new type of kid right now. Thank you so much, Kalitha Renee. I appreciate that. Hey, I'm getting chills. I'm looking at my cousin, what she just said, and it making me get chills on my arm because to hear that coming from her is that it means a lot, you know, because I put in a lot of work at this place, and you know, a lot of work at that place, and I really didn't want to go, but you know, I was tired, I was stressed out. I've been there 17 years, so let me tell you, I went to talk to these kids in a regular school setting. These aren't kids at a facility. These aren't kids at a place like where I worked. These were your regular kids. It was horrible. How they disrespected the teachers, how they didn't listen. These were kids who get out of school and go home every day. And after I left there, you know, I was able to get their attention, and I got them quiet and had to get a little loud with them. But I was able to get their attention and talk to them, but after I walked out that classroom with all those kids, and I spoke with the teachers, and I told them all I do is pray for y'all, because there's nothing they can do but just put them in school suspension or something like that. Nothing I could do. Nothing they could do. But one thing I can tell you, one thing that I think they should do, and I might not. I don't know if this will get back to people, but I want to see. I told a teacher this. I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think about what I told them? If that child continues to show out in a regular school setting, there should be programs written that if they have parents at home, that find out what their parents' work schedule is, and you start making those kids come to in-school suspension with their child. You start making those parents come to in-school suspension and make them sit there with their child. You'll see that. I bet you in-school suspension will be cool. You bring that mama or that daddy in there and sit down with their child, and make sure you do something where it makes sure it reflects the parent. If it don't, you're gonna have to literally. But I don't know if they ever done that or not. But you make those parents come sit in those classrooms with those kids. You make them sit in there. Now, if the parent is a problem, you may not want them there. But if you got some good parents and they say, look, we're going to have after school suspension, we need a parent there, whether the daddy, whether the mama, maybe baby daddy, get some authority in those classes and make sure. And let me tell you what's going to happen. Those parents going to get to the point, they're going to say, I need to find out what's going on because I can't be coming out here sitting in no classroom. Ain't nobody got time. Who would want to do that? If they can't come sit out here, we sending them home. If your parent can't come, we sending you home. And when you go home, guess what? They gonna have to sit. They gonna stay with them or get a babysitter or something. When everybody hate when kids act out. And this is what I used to say at this place. You know, everybody hate when kids show out. Well, if you hate when kids show out, then do something about it. It's easier to not do anything than to do something. And that's where we are right now when it comes down to kids. It's easy not to do something. I had a parent make a statement like this one time. How can I say it? I'm going to allow my child to curse. When a parent make a statement like I'm going to allow my child to curse, you know what that statement means? That statement means they don't want to deal with their child cursing. So therefore, in order for me not to deal with it, I just won't do nothing about it. I'll just say it's okay for them to curse. No, it's not okay. It's not okay for them to curse. You just don't want to deal with them when they curse. You feel like that's one less problem you're going to have to deal with. But you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with it. So I tell you guys, the more attention you pay to what your child is doing in school, the less behavior problems you're going to have at school. And schools, let me tell you this, the more you hold the parent accountable, and what I mean is the more you call the parents and tell them there's an issue, the more you make them be involved in when there's an issue, the less behaviors you're going to have with that child. Simple as that. You cannot deal with that child without having to reach out to the parent, without bringing their attention to what's going on. And I promise you, things will get better, because if that child, if you say all you got to do is do a test run, tell that child you're going to call their mom and daddy. If you tell that child you're going to call their mom and their daddy and they straighten up, then you got something to work with. But if you tell a child that you're going to call their mom and their daddy and they don't straighten up, then you need to be finding out why they're not straightening up. Because if a mama and a daddy is laying down some law at home, when you say I'm going to call your mom and my daddy, that child going to straighten up. But if that child ain't getting no behavior, no kind of, issues at home from the parent about what they do, when you say, I'm going to tell your mom and daddy, they'll say, I don't care, tell them. Then ain't nothing going on at home. But I bet you when you told my boys, I'm going to tell your dad, I bet you they didn't say, I don't care, tell him. I bet they like, oh, okay, I'm through, I'm straight. Because they knew when we got that phone call, it was going to be an issue. So guys, that's what you got to do. I mean, I know I went this route but it's still about the topic. Make sure you pay attention to what's going on in school with your kids, whether it be you the grandparent, whether you keeping some kids. Pay attention to what's going on. The more you pay attention, the more that child will listen to what you're trying to say, and the more the child will start listening to what the teacher has to say. We got Tanika says, Bree would cry when the teacher called me. Exactly. Because they know what your expectations are. They know what your expectations are. We got Aaron Reinhardt say, when they say go and call them, there's an issue not being addressed. Exactly. And I'm going to tell you, if you're a parent and your child is not, I'm going to tell you, if you are a parent and your child don't care about the teacher calling, you better check your parenting skills. If you're a parent and your child don't care, and I want to say this. I want to say this about kids in general. I'm going off the topic a little bit. When you have grandkids, nieces, nephews, whatever, and they choose not to, most time kids don't want to be around authoritative people. They don't want to be around people who's going to tell them right from wrong, or they don't want to be around people who's going to try to make them do right. Most kids they don't want to be around people like that. They want to be around people who approve of what they do wrong. I'll just leave that like that. A lot of times kids don't want to be around authoritative people, and that's cool. If you have nieces and nephews who don't want to be around you because you are an authoritative person, that's cool. Don't force it. Don't force it. That goes on in so many families. You have nieces or you have nephews who never come around you because you are an authoritative person. They want to be around people who allow them to do what they do. Simple as that. Simple as that. I mean, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. It's just the way life is. And if you agree with what people do wrong, then they want to be around you. If you're alive, if you don't say nothing to them about where they are at when they're wrong, they want to be around you. Especially when it comes down to young people. Simple as that. So you got to remember that. You got to remember that. If you cool with them doing it, they'll love you to death. They'll be around you. They want to be at your house. If you ain't got, but when they know you ain't rolling like that, they want to be far away from you as they possibly can. That's life. Life. Remember that. We went there about the kids this morning, guys. Hey, we did a lot of talk. Hey, we had some great topics this morning. And guys, I'll see you guys back here on Wednesday morning. Remember, guys, we got Soup for the Soul. That's right. Coming up November the 20th. And Bearden, Arkansas, guys. We will be feeding some people in Bearden for Soup for the Soul Part 3. That's right, Part 3. Guys, we've had some great donations come in to help us out. Like I said, big shout out to you guys. I appreciate who you are, who's donated, guys. I thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And like I said, when it comes down to a business, I just definitely want to thank the Greenhouse Cottages of Southern Hills in Rising, Arkansas. They know what I'm doing and they know what I'm trying to do. And they've reached out and they are helping me tremendously. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. The individuals who donated privately, thank you so much. You know who you are. Like I said, I'm not going to say any names. We had a goal we're trying to reach and to be able to buy everything and get everything situated so we'll be able to feed all the people. My goal is to try to feed at least 400 people, whether it be the apartments, whether it be people in the community. That's what I want to do. And so that's going to be my goal. And so I thank you guys so much. The volunteers who's going to be coming down and helping out, I'll be reaching out to you. I'll be sending an email inboxing people who say they're going to be volunteering coming out because I'm going to need the help basically to take the place to the doors because some people are elderly and they're not going to be able to come to the doors. So we're looking at loading up cars, going to these apartments and feeding people. And not only the apartments, we're looking at getting out to the community, finding some elderly people in the community and feeding. So yes, yes, Aaron. Yes, you know, I've had people reach out that's going to be helping. I got people who are going to be cooking soup, cooking cornbread, and we're talking about it early because I know it's going to be coming up real soon. So I'll see you guys here on Wednesday morning. Love you guys. Appreciate everything. I'll see you guys back here on Wednesday, same time, same channel. The Joe Show. We out. Peace.